want your votes in order to become the MP for Bath. And today on the panel we have, to my left, the Liberal Democrat candidate John Foster, who is a University of Bath alumni. He's been the MP for Bath from 1992 up to the recent dissolution of Parliament. He's a spokesman for education for Liberal Democrats from 1992 to 1999. Also involved in transport, environment, and for 4 years has been the Shadow Secretary for Culture and Sport. And then to my right, we have the Conservative candidate, Fabian Richter, who has been the Conservative candidate for Bath for the last 3 years. He lives in central Bath, is a management consultant. And then again to the left, we have the Labour candidate, Hatia Ajdarian, who runs a software company with her husband, works as a senior youth support worker at Youth Bank. She's been a Labour Party member for the past 13 years, secretary for Bath North East Somerset Labour Party. And in 2003 was elected as Bath and North East Somerset Councillor. And in 2005 she stood as the parliamentary candidate for Bath, and is the parliamentary candidate for Bath today. And then again on the left we have the Green Party candidate Ricky Knight. He is the prospective parliamentary candidate for North Devon. He's standing in for Eric Lucas today, who unfortunately could not be here. And he was also the Greens lead candidate for the South West region in 2009 European elections. And then finally, on my right, we have Eric, who lives with his family in Bath. Sorry, Ernie. Ernie, sorry. He runs a fast-paced company. I knew that was going to come out at some point. Okay,
it gets worse.
Thank you very much. And I'd like to start off the debate by each of the candidates giving me a 2 or 3 minute speech about what they stand for. So can we start with the Liberal Democrats? John Foster.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Since the dissolution of Parliament, like all former MPs, I'm now unemployed, looking for a job locally as the MP for Bath. I came here to hear what you had to say and to answer any questions you might have. That's all I want to say at this stage.
Well, why should you vote Conservative in Bath at the general election? Well, I'd say for 2 reasons. A, you want to have an effective local MP, and secondly, you want to have a decisive government in Westminster. And in terms of having an effective local MP, I've been your candidate for 3 years. I know the city well. I've been at the university many times. And perhaps most importantly, I've got the 2 people who may well be the ministers responsible for universities, David Willits and John Hayes, come up to Bath and to come to the university and have long discussions. So if there is a new government, then I'd be well placed to lobby on behalf of all of you for a good deal for our university. And in terms of the national picture, why should you vote Conservative? Well, if you want to change the government, then the only way to do that is actually to vote Conservative in Bath. If you vote for the Liberal, well, if you vote for the Liberal Democrats, the majority of their MPs would actually want to have Gordon Brown stay in power and want a Labour government. Don has been fighting the Conservatives for the last 20 years. He's not suddenly going to jump in the So if you do want to change in the government and a fresh start, then that is the only thing open to do. And I'll leave it at that.
I'm Hatia Ajdarian. I live near Bath, not in the centre of it. I actually lived up here on campus for 3 months when we first moved over here in 1990, because we moved here because my husband had a job in the mechanical engineering department. So I have experienced campus life at my own university a long time ago and up here as well. Why should you vote Labour? Well, if you want a stable economy with the prospect of jobs to go to at the end of it, you want to vote Labour, because we're not going to rush into price. It's true. What will the Tories do? They will cut really, really quickly. Public sector jobs will go, investment will vanish. And if you want a future, then Labour's the vote for you to make. And I hope that you are all registered to vote and going to vote. Because to me, actually, that's the most important thing. So everybody votes, and particularly young people, because statistically your age group is less likely to vote. That means you're getting outvoted by, I'm going to say us oldies, about me and Don. And it's your future that you're voting on, so please, please vote.
Thank you, and Ricky?
Well, good afternoon. It's fantastic to be here. This is a great turnout. I'm so thrilled. Standing room only. I'm very proud to be representing the Green Party today. It's absolutely vital that everyone who wants to vote with their heart as opposed to with their tactical mind has that option of voting Green at all levels and all tiers of education. The elephant in the room, not myself, sorry, the elephant in the room in this electoral campaign is proportional representation and electoral reform. If we had a fair system of elections, the Green Party wouldn't be a minor party. I wouldn't be shunted off to the left with no tablecloth. The fact that I'm actually the Bristol West candidate, not the North Devon candidate. I was a North Devon candidate. I withdrew to fight for the Greens in Bristol West. My wife, I'm proud to say, not her comfort zone, picked up my drop pattern in North Devon and is representing Devon for the Greens, North Devon for the Greens. Devon is the only county in the southwest with a full green slate, 8 of whom are women. This is significant. Well, excuse me, but there are very, very few women involved in politics because it's a male game, I'm afraid. That must change. I do have a prepared speech. It's quite relevant actually for me to be talking to you, even though I'm not expecting to be your MP. Let's face it, very few of the people on this panel will ever be your MP when you move on onwards and upwards in your careers, and I wish you all well. As I see it, the Green Party is the most progressive force in British politics, with a visionary agenda for democratic reform, social justice, human rights, global equity, environmental protection, peace and internationalism. We want to make society fairer and more equal and to redistribute wealth and power. This democratization and socialization of the economy is necessary, we argue, to improve productivity, prevent a repeat of the reckless decisions that led to, well, we weren't to blame. The usual suspects are here at this table, including, unfortunately, one group that are also looking for electoral reform. Must be another elephant in the room, sorry. The UKIP candidate for Bristol West couldn't make it to the hustings at Bristol University last night because he was stranded in Europe. Rock on. The Greens are not retreads of the old left. Traditional socialism is flawed. It is based on a left-wing version of big business, growth-driven economics with a goal of producing more and consuming more. This uncritical drive to maximize economic expansion is destroying the planet. Anyone heard climate change and global warming being addressed during this ego debate with the 3 leaders? Should be 4, but hey. I'm going to stop there because I could go on forever. That was my big chance to say something to you on behalf of the Green Party. Vote with your heart. Don't vote tactically. That will always get you what you don't want. And you've had enough of that for...